Hello everyone and welcome to Games Are As. I've got a big video for you guys today, how to get your character leveled up faster and at the same time your pals as well. A big video, very important information in this video for you guys. So smash that red button, subscribe now so you don't miss out on anything and you'll be notified about any other new videos coming out and help me to take the YouTube to the next level. But let's just start discussing what's happening here on the screen right now. So you probably already noticed that I'm just literally doing nothing and my level up keep going up and up. I'm keep getting experience points, and this is one of the tricks and tips that I'm going to discuss today later on in the game, other than leveling up in normal standard way. But before that happens, let's get into it, and I'm going to show you all the tips and tricks that you can do to get there faster and get your power-ups faster as well. So first thing we need to discuss is your character itself. So basically you can go and press tab on your keyboard and it will take you to your inventory, and you're going to have your armor here and your weapons that are available. So let's not forget about armors that you can make, shields that will protect you, and of course even like on the headband for example, you can have that will still protect you from other damages. And on the right hand side here we have our stats like health, stamina, attack, defense, walk speed and weight. And of course enhanced stats will light up every time you level up your character, and you can actually choose whatever you want to attack or health or stamina. It's a little bit tricky to find balance here because you don't really know whatever to go and have a bit more weight so you can carry more stuff, or do you want a more health or attack. I'm trying to keep some sort of a balance here, and I went a lot into health itself as well, a little bit into work speed so far. It's only 24 level player character at the moment, but this is where every time you level up you come in, don't forget, enhance your stats and on you go. Now next thing that I want to talk to you about is the basics. So you have also at some point going to be enhance player capture power, for example, which is the statue of power that will give you, at some point you're going to be able to build it, and if you have it you can enhance your player or basically your capture power. So that will help you catch Pokemon faster and easier, the ones that are a little bit harder to catch. Now at the same time in this statue you can also upgrade your pals, which is quite important. So you can upgrade the pals that in your party at the time with you. So for example, you can see here some of mine are already plus 3%, plus 3%. You can do this with that statue by using a pal souls, and the pal souls they are sometimes dropped by wild pals, or at some point when you start doing breeding you can actually slaughter the pals and get afterwards from it. But as you can see, a lot of mine at the moment are not upgraded. Some of them are upgraded, so I'm quickly going to show you just upgrading a work speed for my Tombat there. There you go. It's as simple as that, as long as you've got a Pal Soul available to actually do it. So standard way of leveling up, everybody probably thinking, oh, I'm going to kill as many pals as possible. Well, killing the pals actually doesn't give you much experience. The most experience comes from catching them, and you need to catch 10 of each, and every time you're going to gain a bonus on experience and from catching that pal. But it isn't just every time you catch a Pokemon you're going to get a bit of extra experience. This experience is accumulative, so it's keep adding to each other, and every time you catch a new Pokemon or a next Pokemon, so you see in the right hand side there it says 7 out of 10, and I've received 1,000 experience extra bonus just because I've already built up to it, of course. But the trick is you need to catch every pal 10 times, and up to that 10 times you keep adding extra experience, and that experience doesn't go away. Every time you catch a new one it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. So ultimately, eventually you're going to get to the point when you're going to be having thousands of experience every time you catch a new one, or you haven't caught 10 of them just quite yet. So you're going to see it in a moment again when I'm going to catch another Malpeka here, and this is still not quite my 10th yet, so there will be another increase, a slight increase in experience again. And like I mentioned, it keep builds up and builds up and builds up, and this is the trick to getting your character early leveled up really quickly, so that there you go. So this is only 8th, and I'm already at 1118. But for example, if you go back to that you already caught 10 times and you try to catch him again, you're only gonna get a miserable amount of experience because you already had the first 10. So there you go. I only gained 11 from catching that particular pal because I've already got him. But here is to give you an example. This is a pal trapped in a cage in one of the syndicate camps, and you can actually open it and you can claim that particular pal for yourself. And because I haven't caught this pal yet, this is going to be my new pal captured, and there you go. I just received 1098 experience just from that alone, just simply for opening the cage and getting that new pal, because basically that's how it works. So until you catch the 10, it's the best way to gain experience really quickly. So don't waste your time trying to batter everything that you see and move, because you're not going to get my experience. It's the same thing. If it's over 10 or you're simply killing them but not catching them, you're not getting that extra experience. So unfortunately, it's not going to change anything. So I'm going to demonstrate that in a second. I'm going to kill the chicken, and you're going to see literally I'm going to receive some miserable 10 or 11 experience basically, or 12, there you go. So it's really not worth it just to going around and killing things for no reason, because it just doesn't work. But now let's get to the fun part, which is a free experience basically, and for you by your pals in your base. So I'm now in my base, right, and I'm gonna basically set up all the tasks and all the chores, all the jobs that I can normally could do it myself. But first of all, I don't want to waste my time, and second of all, I can get involved my pals in the base and they're going to do it for me, and I'm going to be constantly gaining experience, and your pals in base doing so, they're gaining experience, and even your pals in your party that come along for a ride with you, they also going to gain that same experience. So now I set up to do some stuff on one of the benches. Now we have a flour here that you can set up your mill for getting all the wheat sorted out. So basically what has to happen as well, you need to have the right pals in your base to do those tasks. So for example, these two machines here, if you don't have them yet, Crusher and the mill, they need watering. So for example, you need some Pokemon with the water abilities. For example, I've got here the Pinglet, and he can actually do watering, and this where it comes really handy. I've got two of them up here because watering gets involved in many other things. The same thing goes, for example, here you can set up at your bench, for example, to start doing something even simple like cloth, because you got a lot of wool from your farm sorted out. So that way, whichever pals have a handiwork ability, they will come and start doing it for you, and yet again you keep gaining experience and you're not even doing it yourself. And then what you gotta do is afterwards just come and collect everything and it's done, and you can go and start doing your own thing, trying to catch new pals while you're constantly getting that extra experience in the background. So you can check literally everything. They can even start cooking for you. There you go. So you can set up your recipes, you can set up eggs, you can set up whatever you've got there, and they will just be cooking in the background while you gaining experience constantly. And that's how at the beginning of the screen you saw me just literally loads of experience keep coming in. So there you go. They already watering them too, and they already working for my free experience here. There we go. I'm already 86, 88 plus since I started doing this. So we got like the lamp ball involved in building as well here. We have pals that also fire pump, which can lit up your food and cook it faster for you. So again, there's baked berries being done and I don't have to do nothing else. But this is not the end of the good news, guys, when it comes to experience, because eventually, if not already, you can have a second base. And once you have a second base, you can do the same process, and you can go to your second base, collect everything from around that you need, and do the same thing again. For example, set up a cloth to start being made. Again, go to the mill, for example, and set up wheat being grinded into the flour. Go to your other available benches that if you want to build something, whatever you've got going, you can do it. For example, you can smelt ore if you wanted to, whatever you've got at the time. And there you go. Right now I've got 2 bases and a lot of pals, a horde of pals working for my experience without me even doing anything, and it just keeps growing and growing in the background. So there you go, you can cook as well, but you need those right pals for the job. So there you go. If you go on your pal deck, you can actually see whoever you've got. You can double check what they have, and you can then decide if you want them in your base or not. And they're going to help you seed, they're going to help you water things, they're going to help you harvest, they're going to do everything for you, which I'm going to discuss in detail in my next video, part 3 of the guides and tips. But this is just a simplest way to show you how much you can gain just by setting up your base properly and your pals to do their job for you. And you can go and level up in other ways as well. Well, there's one more way of leveling up. You gain a bit more experience by defeating the bosses, but with the bosses it's a little bit trickier. You need to be ready for them. They're going to be a little bit stronger, so you want to make sure that you can do it. There's also dungeons that you can go and fight in, and also have bosses, but again, make sure that your level is good enough, that you've got some weapons with you as well, because otherwise it might be a little bit of a waste of time. But for example, this one is only level 11, and it's not going to even give that loads of experience, but it's going to give quite a bit. So there you go, we've got a 450 experience for that battle. But actual pals, they received a lot more experience for this battle, which is quite good to see. They actually received more experience than I did, but it's really good to see. But anyway, guys, I hope this video was helpful. I would love to hear your feedback as well, and good luck, guys. Level up fast, get ready to start defeating those bosses and towers, and at the same time, when you start defeating bosses, you're going to start unlocking ancient points, which is going to help you, and you're going to start doing breeding as well. But for now, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope I see you in the next one, and take care for now.